That's what they are. Here we go. So hopefully you guys recognize this thing. Okay. If you are in first hour, you have 2 of these papers that are taped together to make one big one, or you don't have to actually tape them together, but that's kind of what the intention is. Those of you that are in person, you got this big old map that we've been working on. Now, we've completed spring and winter, okay? We have done a lot of fall, but we haven't finished fall in all of my classes or sections, and we haven't done summer at all. So we're going to do that right now. That's what we're doing. Yay! All right. So of course, a reminder here, folks, anything in green is something that is up for grabs in terms of things I will assess you on in the Constellation quiz. All right, so anything that touches this purple line, which we call the ecliptic, right, the path of the sun, anything that touches that is going to be a constellation I'm going to want you to know. Okay, so we got Aquarius here. All right, I underline the name, Capricornus, Sagittarius. Okay. Notice the names. It's Sagittarius, not Sagittario. Capricornus, not Capricorn. Okay. Aquarius, not Aquarius. Sorry, stupid joke. But anyways, those 3 are 3 signs of the zodiac, right? Horoscope signs, because they're on the ecliptic, of course. Forgive me here. This part is definitely a review for some of you, but not a review for all of you. When you look at Sagittarius, right, it has an asterism in it. So in purple, I'm going to just highlight the asterism here so that you can see it. Once you highlight it, it kind of stands out as to what it is. It's called the teapot. Okay. This is the teapot of Sagittarius, because it really does look like a teapot, especially when you see it in the sky. But that's an asterism that you can look for. At the tip of the teapot, I'm switching over to blue now, somewhere right around here, I'm going to put a nice little asterisk here. That mark right there marks the location of the center of our galaxy. Okay, so we're in the Milky Way galaxy. There's 200 to 400 billion stars. They all orbit around the center of our galaxy. And inside the center of our galaxy is a supermassive black hole with a mass of about 4 million times the mass of the sun. Okay? So when you look in this direction, you are looking through the plane of our galaxy directly towards the supermassive black hole. It's kind of neat to think about. All right, so that's that guy there. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to purple for a second. I'm going to highlight 3 stars. I'm going to highlight Vega in the star. Vega in the star in the constellation Lyra, Deneb here in the constellation Cygnus, and Altair in this constellation here of Aquila. And I'm just going to lightly kind of connect the dots here. When you connect 3 dots, folks, you make a triangle. I know it sounds almost magical, but it's not. It's just, geometry. So what we're looking at here, this is an asterism because I did it in purple. All right. And it's what we call the summer triangle. It's up all summer. And it's up for like most of the night all summer. So it's really a cool grouping of stars. And what's neat is all 3 of those stars are super bright, and they have pretty much the same brightness from Earth. Like they're the 3 brightest stars in that area of the sky. There's like no doubt. Okay. And here's the cool thing. And again, this is in purple, so you don't need to know this for the constellation quiz, but Lyra here is somewhere around 20 to 25 light years. And a good astronomy teacher would have looked this up by now, but I continuously forget. But I know it's somewhere around 20 light years. And I know Altair here is also somewhere around 20 light years away. Now, 20 light years, that's far, right? 1 light year is 6 trillion miles. It's tremendously far. But in terms of distances to stars, yeah, that's actually kind of relatively close to us in our galaxy. It's this one up here that is especially astounding. All right, Deneb. Deneb is 3,000 light years away. 3,000 light years away. Folks, that's insanely far away. That is insanely far away. Yet, it's still in the top 20 brightest stars in our sky. Think about what that means. It's 3,000 light years away, and it's still one of the brightest stars in our sky. What does that mean? It means Deneb is an absolute ginormous stellar monster. It is huge. It's so big. How big, Mr. Bozzy? It's so big that if we were to swap the sun with Deneb, if we were to put Deneb right where the sun is, smack dab in the middle, the orbit of the Earth would be inside of Deneb. That's how big the star would be. The star would be so big, right, that the distance from the sun to the Earth would be inside the star. Think about that. That's insane. All right. So there you go. A little bit of drama. Drama is always fun. All right. So anything touching the summer triangle, I'm going to ask that you guys be aware of here. So Lyra is one. Down here you got Aquila, and then Cygnus. Right here is Cygnus. Cygnus the swan actually kind of looks like a swan a little bit, right? Here's the butt, here's the long neck, here are the wings. Hey, that actually works. And there's actually an asterism for Cygnus too. If you connect these 5 dots here, 6 dots, whatever, 7, I can count. It makes what looks like a crucifix. So people call it the Northern Cross because it looks like a cross in the sky. Michigan fans, for those of you that are out there, first off, you're probably not going to pass my class because I am a shallow, vain human being. So I'll probably mark you down for being a Michigan fan. Other than that, if you are a Michigan fan, this star right here might be of particular interest to you. It's called Alberio. Alberio is what we call a binary star. All right. Binary means 2 stars. Right? It's 2 stars orbiting each other. All right. Now, that's not unique. Binary stars, actually, most of the stars in the sky actually are binary or more. They're not single stars, so that's kind of interesting to think about. But this particular binary star system is unique because it has a large blue star and it has a large yellow star. All right. Which, Wolverines, being Wolverines, they think they're so important that they literally think that star is the Go Blue star, right? It was put there just because of U of M. So there it is, folks. If you are a fan of the University of Michigan, if you are, the Alberio might be a star you might want to check out with a telescope. To continue, this giant square that you see over here, all right, also an asterism known as the Great Square, the Great Square of Pegasus. Pegasus is one of the other constellations you need to know. Okay, so the Great Square, I'm highlighting in purple because it does make a tremendously large square in the sky. There's very little doubt as to that. All right, so there's the fall. Let's wrap this up with the summer, and you can stop hearing me talk about ridiculous things. How fun would that be? Okay, so we're going to move right into the summer here. Okay, the very first thing that we're going to add right onto this is this weird constellation right here. Now it's touching the ecliptic, so that's why I want you to know this one. It's this constellation here called Ophiuchus. All right, Ophiuchus touches the zodiac, the ecliptic. Right, this should be one of the horoscope signs. If your birthday happens to be from the very end, I think it's November 29th up till December 17th. if your birthday falls in that time frame, you're an Ophiuchus. That's your birth sign. All right. So you can just start being called Ophi. Tell everybody your name's Ophi from now on. Okay. This is the 13th sign of the zodiac. Astrologers, quite literally, for thousands of years, have ignored this constellation because it's been inconvenient for them to have it. So they just kind of pretend it's not there. All right. But it is there. And then, of course, the other ones that fall on the ecliptic, we have Scorpius, not Scorpio. Scorpius, because of Ophiuchus, Scorpius has a really tiny portion of the ecliptic. So a lot of people who thought they were Scorpios actually are Ophiuchuses. That's the plural for Ophiuchus. Okay, so Scorpius, Libra, and then this last one on here, the name is actually written on the other side of the map, which is a little weird. So I'm going to write it just right here. This is Virgo. Okay. Then, we're almost done, folks. Oh my gosh, here we go. This is it, the grand finale. Two of my favorite constellations of all time. Okay. So, here we go. We got Hercules here, which again, if you guys are into Greek mythology at all, you're familiar with this particular term, right? Half man, half god, 100% Bowsy. That's Hercules right there. So Hercules is in the middle of the summer there, and it's a pretty prominent constellation. A lot of people confuse it for Orion, but it is not. And then the last constellation in this season here is Bootes. Okay, Bootes. Now, legit astronomers, professionals, mature human beings might pronounce this the proper way, which would be Botes. But folks, let's be real for a second. That's not Botes. That's Bootes, and we all know that Bootes. All right. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. We have completed our SC1 chart. Thank you for pretending to listen. It means the world to me. I will see you very soon, and good night. Wait, good day to you.